if you look at polls, like who would you least want to be president, atheists are always on the top list.
Why do you think people believe in atheism or have a lack of belief in other things and turn to atheism?
Well, let's just jump right in. Because the church has done a lot of bad stuff over the years. And who wants to believe in that stuff? Even the Christian church as well has killed people and murdered and done stuff in the name of God to do their will. So I don't want to participate in that church or that religion or belief either. So it'd be easy for people to go, I'm not buying into any of that.
So I don't know. I think sometimes atheism, going back to my original comment, I think sometimes atheism is a rebellion against religion.
Right? And I think extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And like if I told you guys that I had an invisible dragon in my garage, you're gonna want to, like, sure, man. But, you're gonna want some evidence for that, right? And if I just show you the empty garage, like, he's there, you guys would think I'm crazy.
Yeah, probably.
Right. I have similar thoughts about other people who make claims like that, even though it might not be an invisible dragon.
Right.
Atheism, the absence of belief in the existence of deities. Evie, Sarah, and I decided we wanted to learn more about what atheism meant to people, so we decided to ask some people in the community. This is what they said.
What's your name and what is your title?
Lisa Underseer, Cardinal Newman Chair of Catholic Theology, Professor of Religious Studies at Alaska Pacific University.
Brian Anderson. I'm the chaplain here at Alaska Pacific University. Probably not loud enough.
Right.
My name is Brian Anderson, and I'm the chaplain here at Alaska Pacific University.
Did you grow up in a faith?
Yes, Methodist by upbringing.
I was raised Methodist, so raised in a religious household.
Yeah. Your whole life?
Yes.
I mean, I was raised in a Christian household.
There's the next question, but do you believe in a higher power?
Most definitely.
And why?
I'm an atheist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just look out the window. I mean, that's the foundation of why I still believe. It's God created and is still creating, and it's all part of creation.
Life makes sense. It makes more sense with a higher power than without a higher power. We are not self-sufficient in ourselves. There is a need, a longing in the individual self, what I would call the soul, that needs to transcend the self. And that is God.
Do you think it's important that we are doing this project in critical thinking and that our teacher is allowing us to have these conversations with people and that she's giving us the platform to communicate with religious leaders and atheists in the community to have these conversations?
Yes. Yes.
It's a university. This is the place where you're supposed to have your ideas challenged.
Right.
So I think any types of questions like this is really good to have as a university.
It's great to sit down and talk with people, say, this is what I think it means, and just be very open and honest, and just take the ego out of it and be okay with, you don't have to like my religion, you don't have to like me, here's what I understand and here's what I practice that's valuable for me. What do you do that's valuable for you? And how can we learn through that and from that, and not come clubbing through and say, I'm going to kill all the people that don't believe in my way. Because there's not one right way. Absolutely. For the standpoint of, we wouldn't have this conversation you know more about me, good or bad, I don't know. You'll decide when you leave here and go like, God, I'm never going back. Oh.
Religion plays a part in the lives of many across the world and continues to be a hot, controversial subject. Having the opportunity to reach out to APU staff and faculty helped us better understand what people believe about atheism and why people choose to be atheist. Having the ability to have conversations about religion allows us to open our minds, think about ideas and beliefs we may not have known, and have our opinions challenged. This is how we learn and grow.
Why do you think it's important to talk about atheism?
I think it's important because I feel like a lot of people, especially younger people, don't really know a whole lot about atheism, and they kind of just like, when they realize that they don't really go along with what their parents believe, they kind of just choose atheism as something to fall back on, without really knowing anything about it and not being educated on it. And I think that it's important to talk about what other people believe in and to get the conversation started.
I think it's important to have conversations about all sorts of religion because it seems like a lot of people are afraid to talk about it or afraid to voice their opinions, and I think atheists have should have just as much of a platform as any other religion or belief. And so bringing to light the reasons people believe in atheism might allow them to feel more comfortable talking with atheists. Do you think that the arguments we heard from the past interviews are logical?
Absolutely. I think it was interesting to hear people from, our own community and listen to what they have to say. And honestly, I guess that I knew what atheism was, but it was nice to get a more in-depth perspective of it.
Yeah, I think it was actually really cool being able to talk to Ben, Brian, and Lisa. I think they all had insight on the topic of atheism and religion, and I think getting to hear from a strong Christian, an atheist, and another believer in religion but didn't seem as strong of a connection, it was cool being able to hear all of their different reasonings, and I think they all made great points.
How do you personally feel about the topic?
I think I used to be kind of scared thinking about atheists. I thought when I was more Christian, I kind of thought like, oh, they're the people you want to stay away from, they worship the devil, like things like that, I guess. Even though I know they don't worship the devil, but it was just like people that I was like afraid of maybe. But now I think I love having conversations with atheists because I don't believe in a particular religion either. I'm not atheist though, and so getting to hear perspectives on both sides of the story is nice for me because it opens my mind up and lets me understand things in a deeper way. So I welcome atheists, and I think they should have a big platform to speak and share their beliefs just as anybody else. And yeah. Do you think you learned anything from this project?
I guess the biggest thing that I learned is that until recently, when we started talking about religion and critical thinking, I was not comfortable talking about it. Not because I was uncomfortable with my own religion. It was a little bit more that I was like convinced that people were so set in their ways that they wouldn't want to talk about it and wouldn't want to hear what I have to say. And that made me uncomfortable. So now that we did this project, I feel like I learned that it's okay and it's important to talk about it, and that people, not everybody, but a lot of people are gonna support you, and people in your community like to hear what you have to say.
Yeah. It's not
Here comes Chloe.
Oh gosh, that's a hard question, isn't it?
Um,
About it. I feel like I'm losing my train of thought.
Trying to.
Is there anything else you want to
Nope.
add? Okay, cool.
Is there anything else you want to say or talk about, or comments, concerns, questions to leave us with?
All are welcome. Thanks for coming. It's been nice. Easier than I thought, kind of.